Hello, hello, hello. Take two. Rosanna here with a bit of RozyGlow magic just for you. Happy May 1st. Ooh, it is the time for us to be aligning with the divine and using our gorgeous, creative, sexual, fertile energy to gestate new ideas. So we want to conceive and gestate. And this prayer came to me in the middle of the night last night. Hello, welcome those who are joining. I woke up and had lots on my mind. And I actually spent four hours in a studio with Rochelle, and we were recording the singing bowls yesterday. So I think I had a really deep purging of some inner wounds clearing out, and really being able to just touch base with myself and go, what's going on here? What do I need? That was the premise for the prayer today, and actually how we show up once we are starting to align with a greater version of ourselves, how we show up and deliver that greater version in the world. And also how every time we upgrade, there is a needing to let go of something. And when you discover your gifts, you will discover that you're actually pretty damn good at lots and lots of things. And so it's very easy to spend your time doing lots of things that actually don't give you a big return, but you're good at them, so you do them. And in the end, if you really want to grow and thrive as your best version of yourself, you want to align with how you can utilize your gifts in such a way that benefits others the most and also benefits you the most. So that's going to be feeling very blessed, emotionally, mentally, financially, physically, spiritually. It's about you feeling really, really well taken care of and really well provided for. And what happens when things start to go really well in your life, if you're used to things being challenging, is you fear things being too easy. So you expect bad things to happen. And this is where we really have got to train the mind towards the good. So one of the things that I felt I needed in the early hours was reassurance. And actually my mum came through so clearly. It was amazing. Like, I had some grief to clear up through the mother, daughter, and granddaughter line. And I was just witnessing that and being in it. But my mum was really there. And she was like, darling, everything's just going to keep getting better and better and better for you. Trust, trust, trust. So with that in mind, let's read this prayer. And this is really setting the tone for the month. Okay, so I want you to really take this on board, because this really lines up with our intention last new moon, which was to let go of micromanaging what it means to be your divine self. Really, all it takes is for you to recognize where you're in grace and ease and where you're not, and to start making choices to align more with that which is graceful and easy, and to spend less time focusing on the things that are basically not bringing you a return. So other than making you feel frustrated and irritated, only you can change that, right? So you shift your attention from where the problem is to where you want to go. And then you start using that sort of anticipation, solution-focused mindset to then approach the things that are challenging and to make them less challenging. But you have to get into that higher state first. You can't sort out what's there from that perspective. So, good morning, good afternoon, diamonds. Blessings to you on the 1st of May. Here we are bathing in the light of day. As I wake, I now contemplate how I can serve to the best capacity with my gifts and desire to see humanity rise, to activate the paradise keys. How can I? Oh, what a delight, this ability to focus my mind where I wish to magnify elements of my life. Now I know what I focus on grows. I have found the magic key that opens the door to my divine legacy, and consciously co-creating effortlessly. Consciously co-creating effortlessly. I am in service to world peace by honoring what I need and giving it permission to manifest with grace and ease. I am a divine blessing just by being me. I am that. I am. I am a divine blessing just by being me. Just sit with that for a little moment. Okay, just by being you, just by being the you that you are today, you are a divine blessing. We all are. And when we show up for ourselves with the intention of focusing on grace and ease, amazing, miraculous things happen. And through living that path, we carve the way for others. That is such a gift. You can't argue that that is not a worthwhile thing to be doing, because you are creating a new inroad for others to follow, the grace and ease inroad. So now you see why that is so important. Co-creating effortlessly. You know, I'm in world service to world peace by honouring what I need and giving myself permission, giving it permission to manifest with grace and ease. That's huge. Okay, so this morning I asked myself, what do I need? I kind of got lost in that. I was like, I don't know, what do I need? Reassurance. Okay, I can give myself reassurance. That's fine. Okay, what else do I need? What I need is to see things flowing effortlessly in my life. So I'm looking at where there are issues that aren't flowing and bringing my love light to that. So, you know, very often it's like asking the question, what do you want? What do you need? People just don't have the answers. So start to ask yourself the question and have a dialogue with yourself. The bits of you that say, I need this, ask them who they are, ask them why they need it. You know, we want to evolve our awareness so that we can be aware that we are multifaceted and there are lots of different aspects of our being. And hearing them all is important because the wound itself is seeking to be healed. But equally, there'll be different aspects of you that can show up to give what is needed to yourself. And that's what you want to be pulling in. It comes from you to you, from different aspects of you. So your higher self communicates to your wounded self, to the you that's in a challenging vibration, lower vibration, and supports the shift. You want to be keeping your attention on who you want to be in this physical reality. So with the challenges showing up, knowing that you're coming from your heart space, knowing that you're wanting the win-win-win, knowing that you're wanting everybody to benefit from moving through the challenge that is presenting itself. So this is the thing with the 1st of May. This is the thing with this time of prolific propagation, I'm calling it. And it's basically using the awakening within us to inspire change, to inspire vision, to inspire creativity, to allow things to be different to what we're used to. So I'm going to read it again. I might stop a little bit just to share some bits with you. But good morning, diamonds. Blessings to you on the 1st of May. Here we are, bathing in the light of day. As I wake, I now contemplate, how can I serve to the best capacity with my gifts and desire to see humanity rise, to activate the paradise keys? Oh, what a delight. This ability to focus my mind where I wish to magnify elements of my life. Now I know what I focus on grows. I have found the magic key that opens the door to my divine legacy and consciously co-creating effortlessly. I am in service to world peace by honouring what I need and giving it permission to manifest in my life with grace and with ease. I am a divine blessing just by being me. I am that I am. So the magic key, you know, how often are we like, if I just had this, it would all work. But if you have to micromanage everything in order for things to work, that's not trusting and aligning with the divine. That's your ego self trying to control everything in order to feel safe. So your human being, your physical avatar, can definitely write lists and can get things out of your head onto paper and can put things in order. And you ask for divine inspiration in order to allow everything that is there that needs to be dealt with grace and ease. And that actually, instead of sort of forcing yourself to do the most difficult thing first, you trust that where you're guided to go first is the right place. And you also recognize, hey, Michael, that when you go into this yourself, when you open to being solution focused, you're going to basically just start opening the doorway to things being easier and easier. And it's just opening that door and allowing yourself to go through it. So we are living in a time where we can just keep co-creating what once was, or we can step forward and co-create what we want to. Every time you're stepping out of where you normally are, you're stepping out of your comfort zone. And that is scary. And that's when all of our insecurities rise up. And they're the things that come up in the middle of the night. I made some big decisions yesterday. You know, I made some big decisions to trust in myself again, to believe in myself again, to step into the next level of my expansion. And, you know, every time I do that, I am confronted by the fear. You know, will I be able to do it? Will I fall flat on my face? Will I manage it this time? And it's like, yeah, of course I will. Because I'm following a process. I support myself. I show up for myself. I believe in myself. I know that the universe, the life around me is responding to the me that's showing up. So I show up as my best version. When I invest in myself, that's when I show up as my best person, my best me, because I have committed to something. And when you commit, you start to see the return. When you're on the fence, all the gremlins come out, okay? So this is the invitation. Make the commitment and then deal with the resistance that comes up. Whilst you're on the fence, there'll be so much more resistance coming up. And what we do is we turn to the people we know and we love and we ask them what they think. But what we have to remember is they're part of our current paradigm. They're not where you want to go. So if you're wanting to go somewhere other than where you are, you want to step into connecting with people that are there already, that have what you want, that are already achieving where you're seeking to go next. And that's when you can really take helpful advice. That's when you can really step out and you can help everyone with you to step out, because they're learning through you as well, right? If you just do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. And staying comfortable is something we tend to like. Change is not by its nature comfortable, but you can get into that. It's a bit like learning to surf and getting the rush, right? So it's like you can get into that rush of expanding into yourself and focusing on how amazing this expansion could be and what it is you want to achieve at the end of it, what you want to have mastered, where you want to things to have settled. So stepping into your bigness is one thing, getting used to being in that level of your bigness is another. And when you have, you're ready for your next leap. So you get this ebb and flow, you get this contraction and expansion, contraction and expansion. Orgasms are contractions and expansions, you know. Pregnancy and birth is a contraction and expansion. It's all amazing and it's all totally relevant to this time of year. So I love you lots. I hope you're excited just to allow yourself to envisage yourself differently. And it's that line in here that is, oh, what a delight, this ability to focus my mind where I wish to magnify elements of my life. What do you want to magnify? What do you want to magnify? Grace and ease. And bear in mind that, you know, when we talk about how I can best serve, if you're good at doing lots of things, you could carry on doing all of those things, trying to do all of those things. But that little death, I'm going to take that to orgasm as well, petit mort, a little death, right? It's I die. It's a little death. So every time you expand in yourself, something else has to die in you, an old version, obsolete version of you that isn't really where you want to go. It isn't what you want to energize. And we do need to mourn that, you know, that we love that up. We bring it into deep respect and healing for all that it has served us for. But we are stepping into newness. And if you allow that, then you really see you can get excited and you can get frightened and you can deal with the fear and you don't have to worry about the fear anymore. So magnifying elements of my life, grace and ease. In the grace and the ease, you notice where things are not graceful and easy. You notice where you're overextending yourself. And you have to make the choice to stop overextending yourself. And that means honest and open and loving conversations with others about what you find challenging and what you need to change in your life in order for you to feel more comfortable. And I don't mean comfortable as in settled in the old ways. I mean as though you are living up to what you're intending for yourself. So you're being congruent. You're attracting grace and ease, you want to bring that in everywhere. You don't want to keep justifying struggle and giving it an excuse to be there. You want to bring it to light and say, how could grace and ease show up here? How can I show up differently to bring this grace and ease in? So I'll leave it there. Lots and lots of love. Have a beautiful day. This is the theme of the month. And remember, next Monday is I think we've got the new moon meditation. I think we said 8 o'clock or 8:30. So look out for all the advertising, because join me live on my YouTube channel for the new moon meditation, and it will be the next upgrade to support us into our shift with grace and ease. Take care for now. Bye.